I just bought an F-150 2021 and I'm loving it. I got the Jumpseat and the Lariat trim, and I haven't seen any videos talking about the new Jumpseat very much, and I've seen a whole bunch about the console, so I figured I'd create a quick video for you guys and just share some of the things that I've learned between the two different options. To jump straight in, correct me if I'm wrong, but you can't get a Jumpseat on any trim higher than a Lariat. I think a Lariat's a pretty good option if you want that luxury feel, but you also get that Jumpseat. So jumping straight into some of the pros, you're gonna get that 6-passenger. Obviously, that's one of the main reasons why you get this. It's not the most comfortable seat in the middle, but it does work in a pinch, and especially if it's a smaller person sitting up there or a child, it's not a big deal at all. And I think it's kind of fun to have an extra person up front with you. You're gonna get a pretty sweet workstation. You get a little bit more desk space for your laptop or your burgers, whatever you're gonna eat, versus the traditional console. You still get quite a big space with the console, but this one gives you a little extra swivel to have it be a little more natural working station as it turns, I don't know, maybe about a 45-degree angle towards you, which you're not gonna get on the center console. When you slide it forward, you're still gonna get cup holders in the back and a couple other little storage areas. And when you slide it back to normal position, you're gonna get 2 cup holders in the front, and underneath the seat, you're gonna get a large area for storage. All of that is a pretty significant upgrade from the previous models, in my opinion. I will say it's kind of annoying to have to get down to the storage underneath the front seat because you kind of have 2 things to move, but I really appreciate having that extra storage down there. Another cool thing about the new 2021 Jumpseat is that you're gonna still get that power running to the back. I wouldn't say this is actually a feature or a pro to one versus the other, but I will say just in general, the new Jumpseats look quite nice, especially if you get the leather trim. It looks pretty much like a console. Obviously, it's not going to look as nice as the main console, but it does look really nice. Now, I will talk about some of the cons to having a Jumpseat, which I think are really good to note here. So I think the biggest one is you're going to lose those rear vents for the passengers in the back. So that's your AC or heating. It doesn't get that direct flow straight back to them. You're going to have to angle your front ones to hit the passengers in the back. You still do get the floor ones behind the seats to go back. So as long as you have it on split, you'll probably have the passengers back there be just fine by using the floor and the top vents here. Another con that I have noticed is it is less comfortable to have the Jumpseat as an armrest. You have this kind of hard plasticky feel here right up against your elbow, which is not preferred. I would much prefer having a soft, like a leather top to it, just like the rest of the car. Another big con is you will lose that wireless charging, which I didn't think would be a big deal, but you don't have to plug in now for CarPlay. This has wireless CarPlay in there, and so having wireless charging would be pretty sweet. All you do is take out your phone and set it on there and everything works. Not a big deal. It's definitely a first world problem to be able to just plug in your phone. Another one is you're gonna be losing some extra organization. You'll be losing the side and the main parts of the console that allow you to have really good organization. I'm pretty sure you can even do files in there, like filing cabinet stuff. One thing about the center console that I don't necessarily love is that main shifter. It's cool that it folds down, but I just think that's prone to breaking, and then you're not able to shift out of it or get into drive or getting where you're trying to get to if that ever ends up breaking. So if you're wanting to get a Jumpseat still, I think it's a great option. Obviously, that's what I opted for. And there are a few things that I want to do to bring back some of those lost features. So the first one is I want to be able to have that wireless charging. So I'm going to be figuring out how to do that and install that into my F-150 without ripping apart things and drilling things, because I don't want to do that to a brand new truck. And then I want to figure out how to get a softer top for the armrest. So I'm gonna be working on that, and in the next week or 2, I'll have a video up about that. So if you wanna see that, feel free to subscribe and stay tuned for that, and I can show you how I did that for my truck. If you don't know and you can't decide, I know in previous models, a lot of people have replaced their Jumpseat for another console. I bet you could do that with this one. It's obviously gonna be a lot of work and a lot more money than just getting what you want right up front. I don't know of any companies that would do that for you. You would have to do that yourself. But if you do decide to do that, one pro is that you'll have that column shifter. And so when you put that console back in, you'll have that extra space where that shifter was to have more storage in there. So there you have it. If you just know that you will absolutely not ever want to have a 6-passenger, I think getting the center console is a good way to go. For me, I just wanted to have that extra option of piling in more friends or some family and being able to take more people with me. I just like to have that option, and I think it's kind of cool to have that extra leg space up front. It just feels more open to me. Again, that's all personal preference and what you want, but hopefully that helped you figure out a little bit more of what you're looking for. Let me know in the comments below what you prefer, and if there's any suggestions for future videos with my brand new F-150. Thanks guys, and we'll see you for the next one.